Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to take a look at the fascinating evolution of Disney princesses. From Snow White to Moana, Disney princesses have been a beloved part of our culture for generations. Over the years, these characters have evolved and changed with the times, reflecting the cultural and social values of their respective eras. In this video, we'll be exploring how these beloved princesses have evolved from their early days as damsels in distress to the modern, independent heroines we know and love today. Snow White. Let's start with Snow White, the very first Disney princess. She made her debut in 1937, and she was the epitome of a traditional fairy tale princess. Snow White was beautiful, kind, and gentle, but she was also quite passive, waiting for her prince to come and rescue her from her evil stepmother. While Snow White is a classic character, she's definitely a product of her time, when women were expected to be demure and obedient. Cinderella. Fast forward to the 1950s and we have Cinderella. Cinderella, like Snow White, was a classic damsel in distress, waiting for her prince to come and save her from a life of drudgery. However, Cinderella was also a bit more plucky and determined than Snow White. She was able to use her wits and charm to overcome her wicked stepmother and stepsisters and ultimately win the heart of the prince. The 1980s and 1990s. Next, we have the 1980s and 1990s, which saw a resurgence of interest in Disney princesses. Ariel from The Little Mermaid was a huge hit, and she marked a departure from the traditional fairy tale princesses of the past. Ariel was feisty and independent, willing to risk everything to pursue her dreams. Belle from Beauty and the Beast was also a departure from the traditional princess archetype. She was smart, strong, willed, and independent, with a love of books and a desire for adventure. The 21st century. Moving on to the 21st century, we have the modern era of Disney princesses. Princesses like Tiana from The Princess and the Frog and Rapunzel from Tangled are even more independent and empowered than their predecessors. Tiana is a hard-working entrepreneur who doesn't need a prince to save her, while Rapunzel is a skilled fighter who can handle herself in a crisis. And of course, we can't forget Moana, the latest addition to the Disney princess canon. Moana is a brave and determined young woman who sets out to save her island and her people with no prince in sight. Conclusion. As we've seen, Disney princesses have come a long way since Snow White first made her debut in 1937. While the early princesses were passive and dependent on their princes, the modern princesses are independent, empowered, and capable of saving themselves. Disney princesses have always been a reflection of the cultural and social values of their times, and it's clear that our values have evolved along with these beloved characters. Which Disney princess is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.